conducted every okay. Uh, it is conducted every Saturday with various topics and speakers plus breakout room for FGD. What is FGD? FGD is forum group discussion, so you can practice more about speaking with some question that deliver from our conductor. And second, we have webinar or sharing session. It is conducted once in 2 months for webinar and once a month for sharing session with various topics and speakers. And the third, we have collaboration, even collaboration with campus, radio, and community in Surabaya. And the last, we also have charity project to help unfortunate people in Surabaya and nearby. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, and this is the documentation from our regular class, and you can see in the left we have online class in Loop, and also in the right it is a picture from our online class. And next slide, please. And this is the other projects. We have Big Care, Britzone Care. So we give some, what is that? We collect funds and give to unfortunate people in Surabaya and nearby. And we have collaboration with Traveloka and also with Red Doors. And okay, so this is our collaborators, past collaborators. We have Toastmaster, Hima Ekonomi Pembangunan, Universitas Airlangga, and also Wall Street English. And okay, oh, I cannot see this. Okay, and Red Doors and also Traveloka. Next slide, please. Okay, so here's the rules. First, we want you to dress up properly. Second, please be active to speak, especially in FGD session. And the third is no judging the other's ability. 4, unmute yourself when others are speaking. Mute yourself. Please mute yourself when others are speaking. And number 5, you can ask to the speaker in the Q&A session by using the raise hand button or unmute yourself. And the last is please turn on your video and unmute yourself in photo session. Next slide, please. Okay, and don't forget, please follow our Instagram in Britzone SBY. And if you want to buy our merchandise, you can go to the Instagram at Britzone Merch, and you will find various merchandise of us. And we have YouTube channel, Britzone Surabaya, so you can watch our past online class and also offline class. And we have a website to register yourself. Okay, thank you. So this is the end of our rules and our history. Now there are 9 people in this class, and I want to say hi to Yafi. Hi, Yafi.
Hi.
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 Is this your first time?
Yeah, my first time to join in this room.
Oh, okay. So how do you know about this class?
Firstly, I got information about the Britzone from Instagram. Then or more informations from Telegram and its internet.
Oh, okay. So you following our Telegram.
Yeah.
Okay. So have fun, Yofi. Enjoy this class.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and now I'm going to tell you about the new concept about Britzone Surabaya online class. So today we will have no conductor and also facilitator because today is a very special class to speaking. We will provide you a safe place to practice your speaking ability, especially in English, of course. So we will give you a 2 session of forum group discussion and and its FGD forum group discussion. We will have a different question. And after FGD session, please choose one from your partner of your group to be a representative who will presentation about the result of discussion. But before I start the class, please let me ask you to join in our game session in quizzes. So don't worry, you can use only one device to joining in our game session. And for the winners, we will have a prize. So make sure you answer all of the question in the right way. Okay, Thomas ready? Could you please share the screen about the code? Okay, guys. Please click joinmyquiz.com in your mobile phone or in your laptop and enter the code 478365. Okay, guys. So have you entered the quizzes? Oh, we have Jordan. We we have Bismillah 14 Juni. And we have Dea. Okay, guys, come on. Who is this? WGM. Who is this? And this is Me Theater. Oh my god, you're so funny, guys. Okay, so have you done enter the quizzes? Mas Reddy, maybe you can start the games. Okay, so good luck, guys. Okay, guys, so have you done your quizzes? Is it difficult or not? What do you think about our quiz?
I think Mas Aliafi has not finished it yet.
Oh, Mas Aliafi.
Yes, still in progress.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that because long time not go to school.
Well, actually, this is a question for elementary student. Go, Mas Yafi, go.
Okay, I have already done it. It's all clear. Yeah, I completed all the task. Wait. Mm,
Okay. Who is
Oh,
Bismillah
Bismillah
14 Juni?
14 Juni.
It's me.
Oh, congrats Abi.
Yay.
What happened with 14 Juni with 14th of June?
It's my announcement for SBMPTN test.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So we pray for you, Abi.
yeah.
Amin.
Amin,
Hope for your best.
amin. Pray for your test. Okay, so who is the winner? Oh, Abia in the first position, and second WJM. Who is WJM?
That's me.
Huh? Oh, Rosa. Okay. Well, who's number 3? Mehviator. Who is Mehviator?
This is my home. It's me.
Oh, Kak Ezra. Oh, we have a new member here. Hi, Denny. Welcome to Britzone Surabaya online
Hey,
class. How
thank
are
you
you
very much.
today?
Now I'm here. I'm so glad with you. I'm so glad with
Hmm.
you. And I'm as newcomers, and they will have to introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Denny Herdi Priyatna. So you can call me Denny, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
23 years old. I live in Jati Jatiar Estate in Tapos Depok. Honestly, I'm a freelancer as a graphic designer. I was unable, and I didn't did, and I was not taking the job yet as before.
Okay, thank you, Denny. But sorry, you are late. We just finished our game
Alright,
session.
alright.
Sorry. Okay, now we have another member. Who is another member?
Thank you.
EOSSDA Juan. Well, hi you. Could you please introduce yourself? What's your name?
Hi, my name is Juan.
Oh, Juan. Hi,
So,
Juan.
In Spanish, his name is Juan. Juan.
Could you please turn on your camera, Juan? Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, so because we have already finished our game session, sorry for Juan and Danny. Now we are going to the next session is start our class. For your information, Danny and Juan, today we have no conductor and facilitator. We only provide you a safe place to practice speaking in English. So we will divide all of you guys in two groups, and you can and our committee, well, actually me, will give you a question which can discuss with you and your friends in the groups. And after the FGD session finish, you please choose one from your partner in the group to be our representative of your group and present the result of the discussion. Okay, so the first question for FGD for first FGD. What do you think about education in Indonesia right now? What do you think about education in Indonesia right now? Maybe you can take notes for the question so you will not forgetting the question. I'm going to repeat it again. What do you think about education in Indonesia right now? What do you think about education in Indonesia right now? For operator, Audia, are you ready to spirited the the member of this class today into two groups?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so guys, have fun in your first FGD session and see you in 30 minutes later.
Yeah. Hello, guys.
Bupado and everyone.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, I think I'm the British one. Yeah, it's only like 4 people. Okay. So what should we do, Bupado?
Just discuss. I think maybe we can give our thoughts one by one, and maybe just talk about the topic, I guess.
The topic is very broad, and I mean, maybe we can start from. Sorry, is there here the one who's still in like elementary school, in college, or all of you are working right now?
Me, I'm still in college actually.
You are in. You are in college or after work?
Me?
Yes.
I work.
Okay.
I think it's only me then.
Because when we are talking about education, it's really broad. So I don't know where to start. Or we start by comparing like when we were still in school and then after and years after in primary.
Yeah,
You have,
maybe we can do that. I mean, when it's your time at school and my time, there might be some difference.
all right. What do you think, Mas Reddy? Can you tell about your experience when you were at school? And then we are trying to comparing with Mufadol. So maybe we can know about the similarities or differences.
Okay. Um, Before I start, maybe better if we introduce ourselves first, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay. My name is Reddy Hermawan. You can call me Reddy. Right now, I work in Bank Sentral Asia Surabaya. In my opinion, about the question that being asked by Nina, what do we think about education nowadays? I think comparing it with my time previous, the significant difference is on the way the teaching and learning activities um, is taught in this pandemic. We all of the teaching and learning activities is taught through online learning system. Yeah, it's actually really different thing than what I got when I was in school. The I think in one uh, in one side it specifically for people who live in urban city or capital city like we are learning in uh, through online learning is good for us because we don't need to go to school, we don't need to get in traffic, just need to open up our laptop and just hear what teacher teach to us. But when we talk about people who live in a remote area, I think nowadays it's very hard because the the teacher and the student are not used to use online learning, and on the other and they also uh, only get and I think they also get trouble in internet connection because as we know that internet connection for people in in East Indonesia is still bad. I think that is for now. Maybe next I will add something about my opinion. Yeah. What about what do you think, guys?
What do you think, Yafi? Do you want to add something? Do you hear? Hi, Safi. Are you listening? Okay, while we are waiting for Yafi, I guess I want to add something from Mas Reddy's perspective. I kind of agree with the advance of technologies, but what I think the most different with the some years ago with now, of course, first is the advance of technology, but I'm not only talking about the online or offline, but about the media. As you know, when I was in a primary school, all the tasks I usually like handwriting, right? We are doing our task with manually, like we use pencil, pen, and others. But right now, I guess the children mostly use laptop already, so they just have to type. Of course, it's more easy. And also the way of curriculum itself. I think when I was still in high school or primary school, mostly the teachers still like 80% that they talk us, and the children and the student also like, okay, just listening. But right now it's more like two-way communication, right? So maybe the teacher only like to put some triggers on the topic, and then the students has to find out by themselves, so it's more effective, I guess. Once again, I guess that's it. That's one to I want to add from Mas Reddy's perspective. How about the others?
Maybe Mas Yafi, do you have?
Yeah. In my opinion, about the perspective of the remote area, it feels like something that different to another place, especially in what's that in the school. And of course there are so many problems that still arise in remote area, such as the connections, and of course how to come into school, about the road, and some of the problem they will be coming in the students if they still what's that to carry out the long distance to go to school. Because my friends, what is that my job, my friend in my job, how does say that, he ever told me that he come to Surabaya about 3 years ago, and last time he lived Palangkaraya, and he said to me when he want to go to school, he spent about 1 hour and a half, and it waste of time, and of course is some of the time that to study more about the time, but there's no compared to any other place. And when they come to the school, they feel tired and they just wait for time to go home. And when the time to go home is coming, they will spend time again 1 hour and a half. Maybe that's about the distance in remote area. Yeah, that's just I know that's that.
Okay, thank you, Mas Yafi. So about the accommodation, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
How do your friends go to school? I mean, by taking bus or just walking or
By walk. By
by
walking.
walking?
By walking, yeah.
1.5 hours of walking, like
Yeah.
how many
One
kilometers? Okay, I
Is this like the movie? Do you know the Laskar Pelangi movie, right?
yeah,
Karlangi.
Yes,
Laskar
yes, right.
Pelangi, yeah.
There's a guy that
Nowadays, it's still there are some school that seems at that state. I mean that most of the school in the remote area, the problem is about the distance. And of course about the accommodations, they because of they just do it in every day, and we never think about it, and we never compare when we study at a city and they study at a remote area. We still we think just as we just think that's so hard to go to school and every day by spending a long time, and they still can do that, and they encourage one to another, and that's what I just say you are great, just that.
So by your story, I remember something. So I used to go to Cambodia. I forgot which years. I go to Camp village. So it's really rural village in Cambodia. And then I know that the Muslim people in there have to go school like 2 hours. They have to take like a bus 2 hours from the
Hmm.
village to the school, and they have to go to school in order. I mean, not every day. They have to, I don't know how to say bergantian in English because of the limited transportation. So, but I guess it's also same with Indonesia, but maybe in like Indonesia, in western part of Indonesia, because the difference between in Java and also other island are so different when it comes to say about the accommodation for going to school. So much gap within the Java Island and other school in other island, I guess. How about you, Mufadol?
yeah, if we talk about the accommodation and the remote area, I think it's not just about education, right? It's just basically about the infrastructure in Indonesia itself, right? Because we lack in, I mean, there is not an even distribution of the infrastructure that makes hard for people in the remote area, right? If we want to help those people in remote area to get like better education, better. It's not just about education. I mean, like education, health, things like that is so hard to get in the remote area, right? And it's I don't know. I think the infrastructure has to be better first before we can we can repair the education and the and other stuff. And as for what Mas Reddy say and Mbak Rosa say, like what Mas Reddy say is about the difference with online and offline, right? And I really agree with that. Like even me, I live in I live in Depok right now. It's near Jakarta, right? And even though I live in a city, sometimes even the signal doesn't even I have a problem in the signal, right? And then when you think about those people that doesn't have better accommodation than me, well, it's like what Mas Reddy said. They have a struggle with the signal and they cannot focus on the studies, you know. And it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty sad. I think like there are some people that really want to study, but yeah, get get blocked by that signal thing in this uh online era, you know.
Yeah, and also we are having like this online activity is more is kind of privilege because not all people can have this facility. Like when we look at the people in the rural area, they even had hardship to get even a good connection. Even in the big city in Jakarta, I still have like a bad connection. So what about the others, right?
Yes.
I guess because it's so many people in Indonesia. Indonesia like has the foremost people in the world, but the signal is like I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, Indonesia has most people in the world, but they spread in many islands.
yeah. I think they are not
To connect
well
all of
spread.
them.
Yeah, they are not well spread in all island. They just collected in Java Island, right?
Yeah. Right.
Whatever it is.
But if our government don't think to solve this problem, I think the disparity of education of the urban versus remote area is wider nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think it's really takes time.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
don't
just
know how to solve this.
it's not our area. Guys, have you ever listened to the um I forgot Norway? Who has the which country has the best education system? I forgot.
I think
Norway or
it's
Iceland,
Finland?
Finland. I think it's
Finland.
Finland.
Oh yeah, Finland.
I think it's
Uh,
Finland. Yeah.
yeah, it's Finland. So how do you know about Finland's education and how do you compare it with Indonesia education? Do you know about Finland education?
I don't know much.
Yeah, I know from online media that they have best education, but I don't really know the detail. But actually, before attending this class, I read some article. Maybe I can share screen. Can you can you see? Can you see my
Yes.
screen? Yes.
Yes,
It is
yes.
the res, the result of apa ini ya? PISA. This is held on 2018 by OECD, and the result is this. Indonesia uh, is shown by the red circle, and the average of OECD countries is shown by blue circle. So we can see that the children, the 5-year-old students in Indonesia is still have big differences in term of education with other countries in our world.
Okay.
It's
We are below the
yep,
average.
For
so far below the average in reading, in mathematics, and in science, in all of the parameter that they compares.
Talking about reading, do you guys have some I mean when I was kid, I don't know, my parents always say that when I read, they say that I'm a weird. I mean, you already read in the school. Why do you still read um, in my spare time? So I guess family also has a big impact to our education, right?
Yes, yeah.
And and how about you? Do you also feel the same like what I do feel when my parents always question me like, why are you reading? You already read in a school.
Yes,
Really?
really.
How about Mufadol and Mas Yafi? Do you guys love reading? Not only like reading subject, but also others like blog or some sources?
Yeah, according me, because of the minimum of something that in the case in the school, the students they don't want to read more when they're in the school and just listen to what the teacher says. And most of the people in our country they have like something to do in their spare time just by doing nothing and just by doing something that won't be carried by their future. Therefore, maybe it's gonna be one of the big problem. Therefore, the teacher will give something to read to the students. Maybe that's only my opinion about this.
Right. How about you, Mufadol?
I actually quite like reading, to be honest. I think I don't think I read that much, but I still enjoy reading. And about your story about your parents, I'm actually quite shocked because with my parents it's not like that. They encourage me to read more. I think maybe because my father is also like reading a lot. But I don't know about this the PISA statistic. I think in my perspective, in my opinion, what I see with me and my friends, I think most of us, not most of us, some of us still does like reading, but reading reading about literature, it's a different thing. If it's only reading like novels like that, I think I still found many people still enjoy that. But reading literatures or studies, it's hard to find, to be honest. Even myself, I don't really like reading those, to be honest. I don't know.
Oh, me too. Me too. It makes me sleepy.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that the reading curve is downtrend. Is a downtrend trend.
Yeah.
So it's going down
Yep, yep.
after
Going down.
PISA, right?
So children in Indonesia is struggle to getting information from their reading activity.
Or maybe because they lack of the book.
Yeah, maybe it's one of the problems.
Yeah.
Also the thing that I really remember about our education is about how we understand the materials.
Yes, yes.
We tend to memorize it because I remember when I was in high school, it's PPKN. What is PPKN in English? There is a task, and then because I'm not a type of person who like to remember, so I just wrote what I understand about that material, and I got 45 in a PPKN just because my answer is not the same with the book, and I was like, oh my, okay, I give up in the social subject because I cannot remember. So what do you think about that?
Yes, yes. I agree with Rosa, but I think that's one of the problem of our education, yeah, because we just push to memorize all of the things without understand what it means.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and
think
about
it
the
just was of our time, nggak sih?
yeah, and also about the history, I forgot. I listened it to one of the podcasts. It say that why people are boring with the history because
Yeah,
mostly the task in history we just have to memorize like when is the date of the something
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
instead of why that incident happened and what's the thing that we can learn from that
yeah,
from that incident. I guess right. We always tend to like when is where is like who cares.
yeah,
Like who cares. The most important is the learning some the things that we can learn from that accident, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah, and mostly it's gonna be one of the obligations for every students to memorizing something that in their books, especially about the culture, about something happened to our country. But in fact, it doesn't even need to our future for that. We're just memorizing it, and when we grow up, and we just left it behind, and we just forget it. And even more, the students, they maybe tend to more study about the math, about physics. It's going to be more helpful to the future in order to improve in the skills than just to memorizing something or object that we don't know and whatsoever. We just take care and we don't want so wonder about that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But how about this current education? It also has that they still memorize it or
Uh,
they
in,
improve.
in at least in my college, I don't find that much lecture that does that anymore. Like there are more lectures that encourage us to understand more rather than memorizing it. I mean, uh, but it's only happened a lot in my time in college. In high school, I think especially when we still have ujian nasional, there are still many teachers that I think why they encourage us to memorize more because we are so fixated on ujian nasional uh, as something to define a student. Like if someone gets a good score, it means that he is good. And the thing that maybe need to be worked on is uh, in my previous time, ujian nasional is always any type of ujian nasional, SBMPTN, and stuff like that is always in multiple choices, right? It's
Yeah, yeah,
rarely
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and something like that, right? I think it's because, of course, it's easier to you know, apply and just have multiple choices for the important tests, and then in Indonesia, I think those score define a student, and that's why, well, in multiple choices, you don't really need much of understanding, as long as you remember what the textbook and the choices is. Uh, and I think that's what makes memorizing such a culture in Indonesia.
Yeah.
But since last year, Ujian Nasional is no longer made available, right? So maybe we can hope for a change. I don't know.
Yeah, I really agree with Mufadal about the multiple choice. Okay, that's I just remember that maybe yeah, because of we used to have like multiple choice, we tend to be like narrow minded. I mean, when A is wrong, so it means B is right, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, when we do essay, we will know about the other perspective, and that's why Indonesia is really easy to get a hoax, because they think when the A is right, B is wrong. So they have like okay, A is right, B is wrong, when we are not trying to explore more about the reasons. I guess that's one of the causes multiple choice, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also agree with you, Rosa, as I think that it's gonna be something that in our mind, like a mindset, right?
Yeah.
We just feel like something that we want to take it and we just refuse it or we just agree with that. So we
Hmm.
just take it if you agree and we just refuse it if we don't agree with that. So it will make in our mind and it will be one of the mindset since we were child until we grow up and we were in university or we work at some certain place, we still think about it. And up to now, still in almost in the center of the school, there's still a program like that. And they just know like tag in the state and they don't have any improvement in something or subject that they want to learn more about it.
Yes. I agree with you, Mas Yafi. Also, say I want to say something, but I forgot.
Yeah, I think if, in my opinion, if Indonesian government want to increase or improve our education, the most important thing is improve the quality of the teachers.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
true.
agree with that?
Yes, of course. That's true.
Yeah, I think the teacher has as the most important part, yeah, of the education of Indonesia. If you can answer that the quality of teacher is good, so the education is good too. But the problem is, I think the teacher is still getting underpaid. So why we can expect more from them while they are still getting underpaid?
Yeah. And also one of the difference between Indonesia and also Finland. Yeah, I agree with Mas Reddy. I think in Finland, the major of teachers in the university, they have high score. So only like the smart people can get to be in the teacher's major. While in Indonesia, I guess being a teacher is not like the primary option. So
Yeah,
if they don't accept in other major, they will be in the teacher's major, something like that, in education major. So it's like not not the main options, I guess. So that's one of the reasons.
I agree. When I'm in high school, we prepare to go to college, and also the amount of people that really wants to be a teacher is very low. I think
Yeah.
it's 1 in 10 people.
by the way, where where do you study, Mufado?
I'm in Universitas Erlangga right now.
Oh, okay.
Benar ya.
In what major?
Uh, Kesehatan masyarakat, public
Oh,
health.
okay.
We are talking about education is really interesting
Yeah,
and to broaden, I guess, because so many homework that we should do and also the government do.
Yeah, like there's problem everywhere.
Yeah. But I guess it's better right now. I mean, with all the improvement, even though it's not perfect, but maybe progress, like increase progress.
yeah.
So we just hope that even our education minister, Pak Nadiem, is nice. He is millennials. Maybe he knows best for our education. Yeah.
At least we hope he can connect more with.
Millennials mind.
Yeah. Hope this pandemic will end soon so the government can allocate more budget on education. Yeah.
Yeah. But Fadol, you still have to pay the UKT or something. I forgot. SPP
I still have.
fully.
Uh, for me, it's still full because, well, in college there are different categories, right? Like when you have better financial parents, you will have to pay more and less, something like that. And I'm fortunate to have parents that can still pay fully. So
Okay. So okay. Who is going to be our representative, or all of us will talk in the main room?
I don't know.
Mas Yafi, maybe?
Yeah,
Up
maybe.
to everyone. Up to everyone.
Yeah, maybe Mas Yafi, then maybe me or Mufadol or Mas Adi will add.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for the discussion. It's really interesting to talk about this with you. So see you in the main room.
Yes. So I think we have to click leave room ya, Mas, ya? Leave room. Oh ya, okay. Breakout room.
Remember.
Are you enjoying?
Yes. It's really interesting to talk about education. Yeah. There's so many like plot holes that we have to talk.
Okay, thank you, Rosa. So, okay, is there? Okay. So, guys, who wants to be the first group to presentation the result of FGD. From group 2, have you choose your representation?
I forgot.
Who is the representation from group 2?
E.
Kayafi?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, Kayafi. Go on. Time is yours.
From discussions with our group, there are so many points about equality, especially about the similarity of the study in our nation. Uh, the students, they need to learn more about something or just not do supposed to do something by the school. Especially, I will give some example. The students, they just give like something to do with their mind or with some subject they want to learn more, and also about the equality and the similarity of the students in some other place, and especially in the remote area, about the main connections of the internet. It's lack of the connections. They have a bad bandwidth, and of course there's some of the problem arise there. For example, I also have a friend from Kalimantan, and he ever told me about how to live in remote area is very hard, especially when you go to school and you need some accommodations. It reach over more than an hour, especially actually 1 hour and 1 hour and a half, as I remember when he told me when he comes to school and they feel so tired because of they walk all the way out to go to school and they just feel tired. Then after the time is over in the school, he come back to their school and they find that yeah, we go to at 1 hour and a half again to go to their home. And about the educations, it needs some of the improvement, especially in the teacher and someone who want to grow their students, especially from the start of the very beginning of the school. For the example, now in our nation, in our in almost all the central in our country, the teacher they are not all have the capable to give something to the students.
Um, I think it's a connection problem in Masiafi's connection. So, what about Kak Jordan?
Below,
Oh, okay.
yeah, maybe just that.
Okay. Kayafi, I think there are a problem in your connection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I cannot hear your voice at some moments, a few moments before.
Oh, the last
Yeah.
moment I just said, yeah.
Okay,
So
but
I repeat again.
yeah. Please repeat it.
Yeah,
The last statement.
the last statement. The last statement. If we want to have a good equality, especially in our country, we need to have some change in the similarity of the method and something to give opportunities to the next generations of our country, especially about the students. They need a proportional and they need upskill and good equality for the teacher, of course. Like for now, we have the low standard and we compare to international and we just get like below the standard to any other country because the most of the problem is about how to study and to learn how the way to educate the next generations for our country and just feels like we have some minority in this what's that like something that the teacher will give advice to the students and education to achieve their goal, especially to obtain something what they want to carry in their future. And unfortunately, for now, almost in every school, they just left a little of the students they have capable in teaching in the subject of their learning for the students. Therefore, maybe for the next, it needs some improvement for the standard of the teacher for doing something good for the next generations in our country. Maybe just that.
Standardization for the teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, the standard of the teacher. We need to improve it, and we need to give more like the scope. We give a scope, and we just give about 3 or 2 for the best in every school to expand and to improve the quality of the students and of course of the school too.
Okay. Thank you, Kayafi, for the presentation. And now I'm going to the representative from Group 1. Mas Jordan, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, Mas Jordan, the time is yours.
First of all, the discussion was fun. Okay. So we feel and we think that most of our teachers are not ready for our online class. So many of them are still struggling using technologies like online meetings or computers. And some of them are not capable to transfer the knowledge properly through there. So yeah, we feel like that, but there are many ways to counter these kind of problems. Suppose like if we feel that the teachers are actually the teachers are only giving us the assignments without giving any explanations, you can search on the internet uh, on way better teachers to teach us. We can find our own needs to knowledge to encounter situation like that. Yeah, but we are aware that not every people has that privilege. So we think that instead of levitating complaints and what is it, complaints and yeah, having this stress of blaming these kind of situations, we need to levitate more about the workaround to counter these kind of situations.
To be
Yeah,
resilient
yeah, and to be resilient
and
because
survive.
yeah, because the whole world is facing the same problem.
Hmm.
You see, so I think we need to levitate more about the the workaround, the encounters. How what can we do for the situations instead of blaming the situations and complaints.
Hmm.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Jordan. So, guys, anyone who wants to adding some opinion about the about this question? Anyone wants to give you the opinion, your opinion, maybe? No. Okay, so if no one wants to give uh, their opinion, I want to go to the next session. The next session is the second FGD. So in this class, you will have 2 sessions of FGD, and I want to read the question for the second FGD is, what do you think about, wait, what do you think about education in Indonesia right now, especially for women and men? Is the education as inclusive for women and men? Do you know actually the meaning of inclusive is cannot reach by every people, so it's inclusive, while exclusive only some people can read uh, about it. Do you think if education in Indonesia right now is inclusive for women and men, or for the girls and boys?
Can I ask questions?
Yes.
What do you mean by women and men or boys and girls? It's just basically
Yeah.
everybody.
No, I mean woman is woman is like me, and girls is like a girl in elementary school. Like yeah. Okay, so is it inclusive for girls and boys? Okay, so should I repeat it, the question, or have you take a notes about the question? Okay, and for the operator, are you ready to divide us again into two groups? Yes, okay. So guys, have fun in your FGD, in second FGD, and see you later in 30 minutes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi guys.
So, who want to give their opinion first, guys?
Ladies first, maybe.
Ladies first.
Okay. Maybe let me be the first. My opinion about education in Indonesia, is it inclusive for all or not? I think yes. It's education in Indonesia can reach both men and women, and it is not just a privilege for men. In my how to say daerah, in my city, both men and women can have their education, and we didn't
Where is
separate.
it? Where is it, Avi?
Sidoarjo, of course.
Okay.
In my city, but I don't know about the others. In my city, men and women can have their education properly, and yes, we how to say setara.
Setara. Setara.
Equal?
Equal, yes, equal. So there are no. We are equals, both men and women, in education, jobs, and others. So we didn't how to say membeda-bedakan. We didn't separate them.
Difference.
Yeah, we didn't difference about education is just for only men. No, both women and men can have their education. So there are no privilege about men on just men who can reach and have their education, or no, there are no statement like that in my city. That's all my opinion. So who want to be the next speaker? Maybe Kak Yafi, you can speak your opinion about this statement.
Okay, I also from Sidoarjo.
Ah,
And In my opinion, about the education, especially the difference in inclusive or exclusive, according me, yeah, in our city, almost all in the school and almost all the central of the educations, we still doing something good in all the things, and we still do more like women and men. They still know have a different, and we do have equal to all the aspect and to equal in the subject of the learning. But maybe according to me it still have some certain place. I don't know, I can't explain it, but maybe in some of the place out there in our country it still have some exclusive, especially like if we live in a remote area, maybe in a remote area it still have a different and unequal one to another. And I don't know exactly, and I don't want to explain that because it's just in my opinion. But almost over more than 80 persons in our country, I'm sure that it will be equal between men and women. Just that. And with the next, maybe Mas Hermawan.
Okay, thank you, Abi and Mas Yafi, for your opinion. Wait. Yeah, actually, I'm still read about it, but maybe I can share screen with you so we can read it together. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, just
I can see it clearly.
yeah, a couple years ago, a couple hours ago, before attending this class, I get this document. This paper is written by the World Bank. They held a research, and the result is on 2019, the gender parity index of Indonesian student is 1.00. It showed that at the national level, the equality in education in Indonesia is the education in Indonesia is equal for male and female at the national level. But they said that in the subnational level, it is the data of the kabupaten itu apa ya? Municipal ya?
Kabupaten.
Regency. Is the data of the
Regency, not
in
regency.
East Java. It showed that there is still vary ya. In some regency, the education is equal for male and female, but on the others, there's still be a disparity in terms of education enrollment. Like in Sidoarjo, as Mas Yafi and Abi say, the score is just slightly below 1.
Yeah, slightly below the red line.
Yeah. It shows that the female has advantage to get education. The score above the red line show that the contrary, the male has more advantage in taking education. Surabaya is slightly 1, so
Slightly higher than Sidoarjo, right?
yeah. So
yeah.
it is
Still
better.
The red line.
Yep, it is better in Surabaya. The condition is better in Surabaya. So I don't. I have not finished to read this paper yet, but from that was I read. That's my conclusion that I get. Maybe the others can add something. Mas Ezra, maybe?
Oh, okay. So about the education inclusive between men and women, yeah, or boys and girls. It's in modern terms, it's actually it's more the gap between the gender is thinning, semakin tipis. So it's unlike in the past where men usually dominate in the higher education more than female, but in modern era the gap, the dominations now is still there, but it's less prominent than the than the past times. So it's actually now where men and women have the equal opportunity to reach, to have higher education. So they can be prominent. They can develop themselves and becomes prominent uh, in their uh, in their expertise. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mas Isra.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, Mas Denny? Hello? I think Mas Denny is still muted. Hello? Can you hear me, guys? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Abi?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So, who didn't give their opinion?
Mas Denny.
Halo, Kak Denny. Nah,
I'm here. I think there's some.
I think the connection is bad in Kak Denny. Maybe Kak Denny can give
I think there's some
your opinion in comment chat, so it's make easier.
Yeah. So, do you mind? Would you mind to ask?
I can't hear you better, Kak Denny.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So, would you like to ask? Would you mind to asking a question? Ask me the questions. Ask me questions about something. About something.
I can't hear you better. Maybe you can write your question or your answer in chat box.
In the chat. In a part in the Indonesian gender, in my opinion, in my opinion, the Indonesian gender the gender disparity, disparity education, educations, educations, and educations. So there are many. There are there are two all kind the kind of the Indonesian the kind the gender between the gender between man and women, man and women, boys and girls as a kid as a kid. So as a kid, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can hear you, but not so clear.
I'm not, but I'm already.
Connection.
I already have a
Okay.
speaker. The speaker already.
Speaker.
Speaker already. In my in my opinion, in my opinions, Indonesian Indonesia has disparity gender, the gender of the gender the disparity educations for education of the gender. They care. I have I don't know. I never heard about, but I honestly, but I never heard about never heard about this gen.
Yeah, I think Mas Denny is still have bad connection. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. By the way, I'm interested with the disparity in remote area. Yeah. As I know, if I'm not mistaken,
If I'm not mistaken,
some families there just
cats.
just
What breed cat?
push the female or the parent in the remote
The
area
male.
just push their daughter to just get married after graduated from uh, secondary school ya.
Yeah.
SMA itu apa ya?
I also ever heard about that news.
Yeah.
Never heard about it.
Yeah, I ever heard about that news.
The news.
So maybe they think female is just have to get her family to take care of the children, not to work for money. So because of that, I think they just push male to get higher education.
Yeah, in other words, female only can do mana, maca, and masak. Is it true?
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I don't understand Japanese. Can you translate this, Abi?
Mana is mean
Cook, yeah.
born a child.
Yeah.
Masak mean cooking, and maca means we just do
Yeah.
our makeup. So female only must do makeup, cooking, and born a child, bear a child like that. So we should not have our own education.
Yeah. So it's no need to go to college, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I think the Zoom has got a problem. The problem for connect. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you, Mas,
The connection.
but
The
your
connection.
voice is not clear.
Yeah. That's not. I can't hear. So I want it clear.
Okay, we have the remaining time about 10 minutes.
Yeah. We still
What
have.
will
Still more time.
Yeah.
More time.
So, do you have some questions or topic to discuss?
Where do you live, Mas Denny and Ezra? Abi said that he live in Sidoarjo. Mas Yafi itu ya,
Yeah, Sidoarjo.
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 Now I live in Surabaya, but I come from Bogor. How about you, Mas Denny and Ezra?
And in Jakarta,
Jakarta.
in Depok,
Oh.
was Java. Java, if I don't mind, Jakarta, there's all in purpose, every purpose the gender of GPI of the rest of the Indonesian rest of the Indonesian gender and education like every particular every particular from a particular teamwork, a particular like work in pairs, work in pairs for the this for this gen for those genders those genders between men or between men and women, boys and girls, as as a kid, as the child, as a children, children. The enrollment, the en. Oh, wait. The,
Anyway, I have a question.
Okay, what is it?
Do you think how about the difference of another country to our country, especially in parity? Is there any difference to a nearest country, or we just say like a neighbor of our country, like Malaysia? Uh, I don't know exactly because I never look for more information about that. But maybe some of you guys, you know, and you got more information about that. How about the parity, the difference men and women in Malaysia? If you ever heard about that, maybe you can explain to everyone here.
I have never heard about it. Maybe Kak Raini, have you ever heard about it?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
maybe
Okay.
we got a problem again. We got a problem.
Yeah, we can't hear you clearly, Kak Denny. Your voice is too little to hear.
I'm gonna have a chat first. More time.
Anyway, I have another question.
Yeah. What is it, Mas Yafi?
Do you think is there any chance or maybe next time or for the future, in a certain place like in a remote area, is there still a probability to happen for a women that they will just change their mind? They have same, they have no differ to women and men and still consist for doing something good for women. For example, they will do something good for their futures and expanding and experiencing from the school. Especially the women will go to the university to like men do. So what do you think? Is there any possibility that will happen?
Nope, not a problem at all. No, there's no problem at all. At this, no problem. Problem. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, maybe I can give my opinion first.
Yeah.
I do believe that maybe they will change their mind since the, I because how to say time will be, waktu akan terus berjalan.
The
How to
time is
say
going on. This go on.
time, yeah, something like that. And I believe their mind will be more modern. So
Open-minded.
yeah, so they will change their mind about female who only can do makeup or bear a child, and we don't have to go to school or have proper education. So I believe, yeah, in next time or in the future, I believe their parents or the new generation will do their best and not only have the statement for female, but we can achieve or we can have our own proper education, not only mana, maca, and masak. That's all my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with Abu. I think a couple years from now, there's no privilege for men to take higher education. Female who wants to pursue his education in higher level is the change of female who want to pursue the higher stage of education is still open, I think.
So we have 3 minutes left. Yeah, we have 3 minutes left. So who's going to be a speaker?
Kak Ezra, why are you so quiet?
Sorry, I was in the middle of something, so
okay.
I cannot pay full attention to this.
Okay, that's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. But you hear us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe Kak Ezra can be our representative.
Oh no. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe.
Okay, it's okay. Since we are all study together here.
Yeah.
Okay, decided Kak Erza will be our representative. Okay. Out of topic, guys, I will ask you something. Maybe what will you do this day?
This afternoon?
Today? What are you doing this day? Today? Start from Kak Raidi.
Yeah, you mean this afternoon after this class?
Yeah. Or maybe before this class.
Before this class, I just browsing at my phone. I just reading anything comes to my mind, like the paper that I shared to you couple minutes ago. And after this class, maybe I just want to lay on my bed just to relax.
Okay, Kak Yafi maybe?
Yeah, after this class is missed, maybe I will get my time for sparing this day because I'm off from my job. Then maybe I just want to do something that I just want to do. And I just spare my time with my family and just preparing to go somewhere this night. And for now, it's just doing
At
nothing.
night, yeah. I forgot if today is Saturday.
There are so many things that we can do in this day. And also for tomorrow, we have so many things. And I'm sure that everyone, you do have the same schedule for tomorrow.
Okay, good. And the time is on 10 seconds left.
Second left. Maybe
Kak Ezra,
Mas Hermawan,
don't forget to be our representative.
Yes. Thank you.
Good luck, guys. See you in the main room.
See you in the main room.
I'll see you in the main room.
Bye.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the main room. So how's your FGD session? The second FGD session. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And who wants to be the representative from each group? What about group number 1? Who is the representative?
Group number 1 is me.
Okay, Ezra. Kak Ezra. Time is yours, Kak Ezra.
Okay. So our group discussed about the education inclusive between men and women in current situation. So in the modern days, the education, the gap between men and women is getting thinner. So men and women now can get equal opportunity to get higher education and be prominent in it. So, but the case is not the same. Often not the same in the most remote region of our country because in most of in some of our remote regions there is still a belief that women should only be a host, do the housework like cooking, cleaning, and anything else, and so the men get the privilege to higher education. So, but in the major region like in most place in Java, the region the restriction is now mostly lifted. So men and women are free to choose the whatever path they will go. Okay, I think that's all for my group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pak Ezra. So right now, women and men has same equality, same right, and same chance
Yes.
to get education. I mean higher education. Yeah. Thank you, Kak Ezra.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to go to the representative from group two. Mufado, are you there?
Okay. So from our group discussion, we also agree that in this modern day, modern era, men and women equal is equal in terms of education. The thing is, there's still some problems in the society itself, like the stigma or the way that people look about patriarchy or men and women in general. That is the problem that still exists and that has to be worked on. But in terms of education, I think right now the application in the school or college itself is already pretty good. I think that's from my group. Maybe Mbak Rosa, Mbak Nina, or Mas Jordan want to add something?
Rosa maybe or Mas Jordan?
Yeah, actually in our group, say that boys and girls are equal. It's just the society paradigm, I guess. That's it. Or Joe, do you want to add something?
Society, destroy to society paradigm.
We need to fix this society.
And I want to ask you, Mas Jordan, how can we fix the society paradigm?
I think we can. It's a struggle for all of us because we know that some influencers are doing that things to change the paradigm of our society. Like suppose like Daddy Corporation, like he talks a lot about how our education works. Yeah, maybe those kind of influencer, or maybe in future there will be more influencers like him who state different perspective that how this works, how this that works on society. So more people will be aware from many perspective about how things works. Yeah, like that.
Okay, thank you, Mas Jordan. Anyone who wants to adding?
Can I add something?
Sure.
Yeah, maybe the government can take responsibility for this, especially encouraged by televisions to go around everyone in our country and we give what is supposed to do to everyone and what is better for the future and of course for giving a good chance to the next generations, especially if the generations have some difference in getting their educations, of course. It seems like something that can give from a government showing in the televisions and give some motivations to everybody and of course it will be get a scope, especially for example showing the bad paradigm for all the clubs in our country and give some codes to a remote area, especially because still have nowadays a problem that arise in our global, especially in that place, and it will need government to take a part of it. Maybe just that.
Okay, so we need government touch.
Touch and give like something that have good ideas to.
And do you? Yeah? Okay.
I agree with Yafi, and also the media also playing the very important roles. As we know, but some of the film, so many film that show about woman, woman being the just the wife or just do the thing. And even one of my favorite film, which is Little Woman, maybe you already know it, Nina. I think
What about what?
Little Woman.
Oh, Little Woman. Yeah.
That's why I really like Joe, because in that era we know in a Britain era, not Britain, yeah. The Little Woman is take place on the America, right? America.
Europe
I
and
forgot.
American.
In yeah, takes on America that women should not be in the school, but Joe is really different. That's why also the media also play a really important role to give like the
And media's very patriarchy, I think. Our media right now is very patriarchy. They support patriarchy things,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why women should be support every woman to stop this patriarchy thing.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to edit, adding your opinion, Mas Reddy, maybe I want to hear from Mas Reddy.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear, Nina?
Yeah, your opinion about equality, about education for women and men in Indonesia right now.
Yeah, okay. May I share screen?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay.
of course.
Actually, before attend this class, I get a paper from World Bank that show that the gender parity in education in Indonesia at the national level is good. In
Oh,
29,
really?
yeah, the gender parity index is 1.0. It show that the the education enrollment is equal for male and female. There is no difference. But it is at the national level. In the subnational level, like Regency in East Java,
Uh,
we still have the score is diverse, yeah. Like
different score.
like Surabaya is
Yeah,
good.
below the red line.
Yeah, the red line
Oh my god.
is the good one. So
In which year is
Surabaya,
this,
Who?
Mas Reddy?
yep, sorry,
Which year is this research takes?
2019,
Oh, okay. 2 years
19,
ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
It's 18.
2019 or
Yeah,
1990?
sorry, the data displayed on your screen is based on
18.
Susena's 2018, but the paper is published by the World Bank on June, actually,
Oh.
June 2020.
Hmm.
So so like the others said before, that the 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 change of male and female to get higher education in Indonesia nowadays is at a good level now. But
Almost the same.
maybe in some area like remote area, there's still a paradigm that said that female is just need to born children, take care of them, and cooking. Yeah, so no
Hmm.
need to take higher education. Education is just for men who have to work, who have to getting money. but there, I think there is just in some area, yeah, like remote area. In urban area like Surabaya, the equality of education in gender is good, is at a good level.
Okay, but I want to know about your opinion, Mas Reddy, not
Yep.
based on the data.
But I said
But it's
based on the
okay.
data.
It's better.
Yeah.
Are you? What do you think about the equality? Do you think the woman has already get the same chance to
Yeah.
higher education?
Yeah, I think in urban area like Surabaya and other capital city, the chance of getting higher education is equal. Yeah, I mean, and it is getting better a couple years later, I think, because maybe most of the family, most of the parents is a will be open-minded person, so they will give uh, a change for their daughter to pursue higher stage in education.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you, Mas Reddy.
You're welcome.
And what about Abia? Abia, I want to hear about your opinion, Abia.
Actually, my opinion with Kak Reddy is same because we are on the same group.
Yeah, maybe you have an experience, or maybe your friends experience who cannot continue their study to the university
No,
because about
no, no.
economy, or maybe because about their parents.
Oh, uh, there are only a few of my friends who can continue their education, but that's because their choice to go to college, boarding school, not to go to university. They want to have more education in how to say in religion. How to say
Pondok pesantren, yeah, boarding school.
yeah, something
Boarding
like that.
school.
They want to continue their education in boarding school rather than in university. But
Oh,
only a few
only a few people.
from my friends.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I think I should give a closing statement from this class today. Both men and women has already have a same chance or a same right to get equal higher education. And in Indonesia right now, education is maybe we are facing the very hard time in education, because we should study from home through online. But I hope uh, these conditions are fixed in some years later, or maybe we can adaptating to this condition by what is that, by study through the online, through the screen. And yeah, I think it's good enough. Education in Indonesia is good enough. Maybe not the better one, but it's good enough. So if you want to continue your study, maybe you can consider to go to the abroad, to go to the abroad and taking some years to go to their university, and then come back, help the government to fix the education in Indonesia. Okay, guys, thank you for coming today, and thank you for joining our class. Hope you enjoy our discussion, and hope you that you will have a safe place to practice your English, especially. And yes, we will. Oh my God, I forgot. To the winner of the game session, don't forget to claim your prize through our DM Instagram, and our admin will answer your DM, and the price will send to your house as soon as possible. Okay, so because the time is almost finished, I will give this the session of virtual photo shoot and jargon to Mas Reddy. Mas Reddy, are
Okay.
you ready to take our photo session
Yes.
and
Okay.
also jargon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Photo session first, yeah, Nina.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys, could you please turn on your video, your camera, Denny, and also Rosa?
Wait.
Could you please turn on your video?
I stay as it is.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Okay. So I will take a picture. Yeah, I will count from three.
Mm-mm.
3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Wait. Once again. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. Great. So jargon ya, Nina?
Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, so follow me. When I say Britzone Surabaya, please say dare to speak up. Okay. Once again, I want to tell you, if I say Britzone Surabaya, please say dare to speak up. Okay. Are you ready? Are
Yes,
you
we
ready,
are.
guys?
I am.
Okay. Wait. Britzone Surabaya,
Dare
dare
to
Speak
speak
to
up.
speak
up.
up. Okay, one more. Don't forget to unmute yourself. Britzone Surabaya,
Dare
Dare
to
speak
dare
speak
up.
to speak
up.
up. Okay, thank you,
Yay.
guys.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for
Thank you,
coming.
everyone.
everyone.
Okay,
Bye.
thank
Bye.
you. See
Thank
you
you.
in next. See you in the last month, because next week we will have no class. We will get holiday for a while. Okay, thank you. We are waiting for
There's
you
one
in
more
the
thing.
next class.
Tomorrow, or in the Tuesday, we will come back to the Britzone Jakarta
Oh yeah. Okay.
as originally.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kak Denny. See
Okay,
you
thank you,
in
welcome.
our next
Thank you
class.
for coming for Britzone Surabaya. This is my first time ever in this online class.
Yay.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yay.
guys,
Thank you,
bye and
Danny.
so take care. So
Thank
long.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you, Kang Denny.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kak
Bye
Ezra. Thank
bye.
you, Kak
Thank you,
You.
Danny,
Yafi.
Ezra, Yafi, and others. Thank you so much.
And also Mas Jordan.